Still got it wrong.
Still got it wrong. Goodness. Never mind. 3 buttons. Too many.
Too many. How is everybody today? How are you all doing? We're doing fine, if not a little cold. It's really cold out there. And Mr. F had to go out into his outside storage place, the old coal house.
It's where I live, really, but she won't tell you that.
Yeah, it's where he lives. He lives in the Hobbit hole. Yeah, because he was looking for the little funnel that fills up my little glue things. And we'd kind of had a good look in this room and it wasn't, well, we couldn't see it here.
Funnelless.
Yeah, funnelless. So he had a look out there and he came up with it, and he came up with loads of other goodies as well that I have no room for in here, but he found
brought them in anyway.
Brought them in anyway. Some of which was actually magnetic sheets in plastic pouches. Who knew I had those? Not me. Anyway, they were a good find.
Who knew?
Who knew? You didn't know.
I didn't know.
No, I didn't know.
Till I ferreted.
Yeah.
Ferreted and ratched.
Because it's cold today, I've put my big super black fleece on, which would keep anybody warm in any conditions, I'm sure. Well, not any. Anyway, let's crack on with what we're doing, shall we?
Aye, get on, lass.
Get on with it. Take that. Oh, dear me. So, it's the, 6th today. So that's what we did yesterday, wasn't it? Was that yesterday? Yeah, January 5th. So I need the back. No, I've got 2 pieces there. The back of that, and that's what we're going to build on today. Let's take that out. Put those down and let's get cracking. Today's a really easy one, and it was an idea. I was inspired by, I presume she's called Kathy, the woman at Kathy's Garden, who I watched do this, and I've changed it up. Of course I've changed it up, but basically what you need are 3 pieces. I'm using coffee stain paper. You can use any paper that you like. 3 pieces at 5 by 3 3/4. So I'm going to cut these at 3 3/4, like that, and then again at 5. It's a really simple one, this one, but I kind of like it. 5. And then this one. I'm actually going to do 2 of these on the 1 page. So I need 3 for each. So altogether I need 6. So I'm going to cut this at 3 3/4 again. Because it's been coffee stained, so the edges are a little bit crunkled. So I'm just taking my time to get it right. 5. And 5. There's going to be a fair bit of inking in this one, guys. Sorry about that. So that's 4 I've got now. So I need another 2, which will come out of here nicely. 3 3/4. By 5. Those of you that got this Timmy trimmer for Christmas, how are you getting on with it? Do you like it or don't you like it? I love mine. I had it for a long time before I used it, actually, and I was beginning to wonder if I actually needed it at all. But since I started using it, I do need it, because I use it all the time. Right, so there we are. We've got 6 pieces, and it's 3 for each one. So 3 for that and 3 for this. So I'm just going to knock the corners off my paper with the largest bit.
Loves a trimmer.
Ah, good. That's good. It is good, isn't it? I like it. And it's light as well. You can move it around really easily, off and on your desk and what have you.
Dorinda says, hi, I actually heard my notification.
Well done, Dorinda. It doesn't bother notifying me. Obviously thinks that I'll I'll remember. So let's do one at a time. Come on, out you come. And then you'll see where we are going. There we are. Let's get all of that in the bin. Yeah, sometimes the easiest ideas are the best, aren't they? So sorry about this, guys. There is a lot of inking, but I'm sure Mr. F can furnish us with some information, like who's on, who isn't on.
Who's on? Well, first through the door was Sinead.
Hiya, Sinead.
Closely followed by Gunny.
Hiya, Gunny. You've been really good. You've been here nearly every day, I think.
Judy H.
Hiya, Judy.
Lynette.
Hello, Lynette.
Susie.
Hi, Susie.
Janya.
Hello, lovely Janya.
Teresa.
Hi, Teresa.
Wendy.
Hi, Wendy.
Judy G.
Hiya, Judy G.
Kim.
Hi, Kim.
Lizanne.
Hello, Lizanne.
Diane.
Hello, Diane.
Trina.
Hi, Trina.
Tammy.
Hiya, Tammy. Is that it?
Dorinda.
Hello, Dorinda.
Mickey Muller.
Hello, Mickey.
Real name Patricia.
Oh, hello, Patricia.
She says she's learnt more from the two of us than anyone.
Wow.
So she make me laugh. Love you from Southside Chicago.
Chicago.
Good musical.
It amazes me where people are in the world, and we're all together here in my craft room. That's what it feels like anyway. But we're from everywhere in the world. There's people from Australia, New Zealand. Somebody joined us the other day, didn't they, from Brazil. Lots of you I know from the US, lots from Canada, and a lot of you like Gonnie from Europe. It's amazing. It's truly amazing. So I'm just going around here with some vintage photo. You don't have to ink if you don't want to. I just, with coffee stained paper, I like the look of inky edges. So I'm sorry, I did warn you there would be a lot of this going on.
Kim Gibson.
Hi, Kim.
Says it's tough getting here, but I'm catching up 3 a day.
Oh, well done.
And Jen's joined us.
Hello, Jen.
Mike's doing well. He's doing a few weeks of physical therapy.
Oh dear, for his back.
Yeah, I think it's carrying out the empties, I think.
Oh. Right, so we've got 3 pieces that are identical. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just fold this over in half, exactly in half, and I'm going to, well, let's crease that in, shall we? And I'm just going to take my brush and go down the edge there, and then this one I'm also going to fold in half.
Cara says she's just put the finishing touches on the day 5 project.
Wow, you're doing well. Doing very well. Judy does well, doesn't she? Hers is up almost as soon as I finished. So I just want the inside of this inked as well, and you'll see why in a second. So they just nest on each other like that. And so on the outside we've got that edge done, on the inside we have. And what I'm going to do now is sew them together. You can glue them, of course you can, but I've got my machine here, it's out, so let's do it. I'm going to use a straight stitch, and I'm going to use one that's slightly longer than you would use for dressmaking, because I don't want it to be perforated, I just want it to be sewn down the middle. That's why I inked that line, so that I can sort of see where I'm going. back and reverse. Be nice. There we go. Let's trim the thread ends off. I like leaving a little bit, but not ridiculous length. That's great. And pretty much we're almost finished. So now I've got this little book, and I'm just going to open it up and press down the pages. It just helps later on. So I've got this. That's what I've got. Okay. So what I'm going to do is fold it all over to one side. Then I'm going to glue it onto there, but like a pocket. So don't glue down your straight sewn edge. Glue on the other three edges, and it's going to be a pocket. So it's just so easy, this. So easy. But yeah, I don't know, you get a lot of extra journaling. It's good. There we go. So this wants to lie exactly over the base there. Like that, like that. Perfect. Give it a good press down. There we go. Give it a really good press, because coffee stained paper can be quite wrinkly.
Heather says she's from Dundee.
Dundee! Like the marmalade.
And the cake.
And the cake.
Of which I'm not a fan of.
Well, no, because you don't like dried fruit, so you wouldn't be. But it is very famous for that. So once that dries at the edges there, we've got a pocket in there. So I'm just going to do the other one up to that point. So I've got my 3 pieces of 3 3/4 by 5. I'm just going to knock the corners off and ink them using my biggest corner maker. There we go. So it's just easy. It's a nice, easy Saturday project. I mean, I think they've all been easy so far, to be honest.
Jen says they've had the first snow overnight.
Wow, have you?
Just a thin blanket and it's now melting. Mike was hoping to get out his snowblower. Boys and their toys.
Wow, snow. We had any here? I can't remember. I think we had a little bit, didn't we?
Not since we've been here, I don't think.
No.
We had a heavy frost.
There
There might have been a little bit, but nothing more than a dusting.
No, a dusting. That's all. So, I'm just going to do the same thing. So if anybody's got any questions, now's a good time to ask, because I've just got to ink around all of these. Oh, it's gone very quiet. Nobody needs to know anything, that's good. I'm putting 2 of these on one page. You don't have to, and I'll explain in a minute what you can do instead.
Pam says she's expecting 15 inches here in Massachusetts.
Oh my goodness. 15 inches, that's serious snow.
And Kim says they're expecting 5 to 6 inches.
Where's Kim from?
Good question. I don't know.
Oh, you have to tell me where you're from.
She may have said earlier.
Don't think we're expecting any. I think we've got, for a change, some dry weather. And as a consequence, the sky's clear, and so it's very frosty. And cold.
Cold.
It is cold. We haven't really got the hang of this heating here. It's air source heating, it's called, and it's kind of, my best way of describing it is like air conditioning in reverse. And I might be really wrong with that, but it's something along those lines. And we just haven't quite got the hang of what's happening. So Yeah, this morning we were a bit cold.
Kim says she's from Pennsylvania.
Ah, right. When we send our packages with UPS, that's where they go, don't they? Pennsylvania.
Yep.
So there must be a UPS hub somewhere around in the state. I can't remember where it...
Louisville, maybe?
No, that's Kentucky.
Oh.
It does go there, but then it comes...
Yeah, I think it flies in. Does it fly into Pennsylvania? I don't know.
I don't know. I think it depends what service you've paid for. If you've paid for super speedy, it goes to Louisville, Kentucky, then on to wherever it's going. But I think if you've paid for the not quite so super speedy, it goes to Pennsylvania for some reason.
By carrier pigeon.
By carrier pigeon, yeah. No, UPS is good. It's good service.
Jen says, anything to report on your energy gizmo?
Well, yeah, in as much as it's cold outside, the heating's having to work hard, and we've used a lot of electricity today. That I can tell you.
Above the budget today.
Yeah, definitely. So what I'm going to do is the same as the other one, fold it in half. Crease it in, ink down there. And then do another one. Like that. Yeah, no, we've tried everything. You know, the shower, the toaster's quite hungry, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, as you'd expect, it's a heating element. Usually it's heating elements that gobble the electricity up. I haven't done any laundry since we got the little meter, because I'm waiting for a day that I might actually get my washing outside and dried a little bit. But I think that's a forlorn hope. So I'm just going to stitch down there now. Where's my pedal gone? Oh, there it is.
Jen says, crafted by candlelight, maybe.
Yeah. Well, that's it. The days are so short here at the moment. You know, we need the light on by 3:30, would you say? 3:30, 3:45 at the latest.
Latest, yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it couldn't get any worse than it is now, I don't think, for energy consumption. There we go, right. So now I just want to stick this down again onto the back. So, have you got the hang of this yet? It's so easy. So easy. Some of these I see them and I think, oh, they're too easy, I can't show them that. But, you know, I thought it was good. So thank you, Kathy's Garden. Like I say, I've changed a few things up, but largely not much. So I'm just going to lift that top one out of the way so that I can see where this one's going. Right on top. There we go. Give that a good press down. So there we have it. There's our two little pockets, and I'm going to put them that way. So one pocket goes in that way and one pocket goes in that way. But I want to make a little keep for these. I think in time they will lie flat, but I just want to just be sure. So I'm just going to make a little keep for them. I've got 2 bits of remnant here from cutting them out, and they measure about 1 3/4 inches. What else have I got? I've got this. That's perfect. That's another remnant from cutting these out. So I'm going to put glue on this up to, from the edge to 1.5 inches. I think that'll be enough.
Kerry's joined us. She says she's late and she needs to send you all some sunshine.
Oh, you do.
Yes, just bottle it up.
Yeah. Oh, goodness, please.
And Jen said it was late coming in. What are we making today?
Well, we don't know. I haven't shown you because it's so blinking easy. I was embarrassed.
It's a secret, Jen.
It's a secret. So I'm folding that over about 1.5 inches. It doesn't really matter because we'll get it sorted when it gets stuck on.
Nicola Turner's joined us.
Hello,
She was
Nicola.
late joining but can watch what I missed later.
Well, you haven't missed much.
And Peg's just popped in as well.
Hello, Peg. How are you doing? So I'm just going to cut that off there. So I've got something that is touch over 1.5 inches by 3/4 inch. And I'm going to do the same again because we've got 2 of these. So I just want to put the glue up to 1.5 inches. Fold that over. And that's about it there. That'll do me. Lovely. Cut that off. So we're making good use of our remnants. There we are. Now, what I want to do now is cut the corners off these. They're still a bit wet and a bit gluey, but I'm just going to use the smallest corner. And I'm just going to use the folded edge and just cut just that edge off. So I've got that. Same here. I'm going to use the...
Kerry says she likes easy. Grandkids will be there tomorrow, so they'll make it also.
Oh, great.
And Kay Jones has got a question for when you get time.
Okay. Yeah, hit me with it.
Random question, she says. I saw you sewing on acetate in one of your old videos.
Mm-hmm.
What tension is best to use on your sewing machine? My sewing was awful and wonky.
Acetate can be a bit funny to sew on. Make sure that your needle is sharp. Don't use a needle that you've been using for quite some time, because it needs to really pierce it where it's supposed to, otherwise it sort of skitters around, which I think is what you're referring to. I don't alter the tension on my sewing machine. If I'm sewing organza or I'm sewing denim, I use the same tension throughout, and I've never needed to change it for acetate at all. It's been fine. But the one thing I would say is use a sharp needle, because if not, like I say, it just tends to find its own track, which is never straight for some reason. I hope that helps. I don't think as paper crafters we change our needles as often as we ought to, really.
And the thing is to guide it well. Obviously it doesn't feed very well with the feed dogs, does it?
It won't feed because it's shiny.
Exactly.
So the feed dogs don't help it on its way.
No.
So you've got to be there feeding it.
A nice even feed by hand.
Yeah, don't pull it, don't push it, but just guide it properly. And that should do the job, I'd say. But make sure your tension is right before you go on to the acetate. You know, sew a piece of paper and see if you think your tension looks right. Because it's easier to keep sewing bits of paper than keep sewing acetate, I would say. So,
hope that helps, Claire.
I hope it helps. So all I've done is just ink around those 2 little things. So now I'm going to stick them. So this is the side that's got all the papers on, this side. So I'm going to stick one of these to the back. So that measures 3 3/4, as we know. So I'm just going to make a mark halfway on the back, which is there. And then I'm going to stick this on. And I want there to be about 1 inch sticking out. So I'm going to put that on my board. That's 1 inch from there to where that starts, and that's where I want this stop to be. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on the other end, like that. Put that down at there, in the middle. There we go. So it's just easy Easy, easy. Let's do the other one. Side that you've got all your pages to. And I'm aware that you can flop them over, but on one side you'll have a pocket. So it's on the side where your pocket is that you're going to be doing this. So I'm just going to put that on the inch. See, I haven't lined these up perfectly, but it's all right. We're doing junk journals, girls. We're doing junk journals. So a little bit of glue on there. Get that down to the inch and over there, and just press that down and get it glued.
Janya says she's been really bad with the needle on her Daisy sewing machine. I haven't changed it since I got her.
Well, you've been lucky really that you've got away with it, but I would recommend that you do change it. If not, it starts making a really clunky noise. You'll hear it. It's louder than it used to be, and you'll think, oh, you know, my sewing machine's louder than it used to be. It's just the sheer effort of the needle punching through the paper.
And if you leave it long enough, you'll end up knocking the timing out. And
Yeah.
you'll have to take it for a service.
Yeah.
So it's a false economy.
Oh, Mr. F telling Janya off. So look, I've just got this up to my scoreboard, and I'm just scoring that keep that we've put on there, just at the edge of the paper, so it now folds nicely. Excuse me. And I put a line down my scoreboard. This is at 3 inches. And it's kind of handy if you're doing envelopes or something and you need to get the 2 corners straight, then you know where to score. And similarly here, I've got it on the 3-inch line there and the 3-inch line there. And I can score just straight down. It doesn't have to be at 3. I've knocked it off. Silly woman. Silly, silly woman. I think I've scored it anyway. Don't think my glue is dry. I don't think that's in the middle either. Let's have a look. Should not have done that. I think I'm going to have to put some more glue on here. Let's put a little bit of this on. Dries a bit quicker. So, there we are. I want to put it on the back. Honestly, what's wrong? What on earth is wrong? So just put that there, like that. Marvellous. That's great.
Peg says that poor needle has to be down to the nub. When she taught sewing classes, she told my folks to change the needle every 8 hours of sewing or after each big project.
Yeah. I think that's right. Mine, there's no way mine gets changed that much. No way. But I am aware when it starts to thump that it's time to change it, because I'm not doing my machine any favours. Similarly, I have noticed that if you use cheaper cotton in your cheaper thread in your machine, it makes it doesn't like it. It makes a noisy noise. Whereas if you use some Gutermann or one of the better brands, it's quieter. So I think a quiet sewing machine's a happy sewing machine. So I choose to spend some money on some decent cotton thread. Polyester actually, Gutermann is. So I'm just putting my little bits of ultra thin Velcro on the keep there. Then I'm going to take the other side of it and just put it on top there.
Judy says she's going to have to re-watch to make her prototype. Hubby came in blathering and disrupted her.
Judy! And this is something I tell you really could have had done. But never mind, it doesn't matter. So I've got me top and my bottom there, so I'm just going to fold that over and stick that to there, which is going to keep that side down, which I like the thought of. And same here. So we've got 2 that are identical, but because I've got no pattern paper or anything, I can spin one round, spin them both round, do what I like. So this way I've got a pocket here and a pocket here, and that's the way they're going to go into the book. But we need something to put into the pockets. So to save you watching me ink even more, I've used some of Keong's lovely coffee stained paper. I've backed it with some card because it was just paper. And these measure 4.5 by 3. And they're just going to go in there like that. And in there like that. But I kind of liked the one, when I watched Kathy do hers, she had postcards for these. I kind of like that idea. So what I'm going to do is get my Timmy stamps out, the ones that say postcard, and select one of these to stamp on the top. Quite like that one. It's quite long. Yeah, that'll be all right. Let's use that one. Okay, and I'm using our archival ink also in the vintage photo, which is quite a new one actually, new pad, so it should be. I might just stamp it off onto something first just to check what it looks like. To check it's okay, because I don't even know if I've ever used this stamp.
Jen says she loves postcards as journal cards.
Yeah, aren't they great?
Gunny at the moment is making a costume from 1900. It is made entirely by hand.
Oh my goodness. You don't have to take on some big... Yeah, that's nice. That's all right, isn't it? That'll be okay. Gunny takes on big projects, doesn't she? She's only just finished Halloween, I think.
I know.
So I'm just inking my stamp up, and I'm just going to put it towards the top, about there. Hopefully that'll be all right. That's okay. Some of them would be darker, but I think that's fine. I don't have a problem with it. You could do it in black if you wanted, but this, I haven't got any other really dark. I've inked everywhere with vintage photo, so I was sticking with a vintage photo. Useful set of stamps, these Timmy stamps with the postcards on. I like them. There we go. So we've got 2 little postcards made. And as you say, Jen, I think they make great journaling cards. Right, there we go. Now I'm gonna decorate just a little bit, not much, but just a little bit. So I've got this, these stamps. They're not stamps. They're dies that are bought from Etsy, if you remember. And I'm really getting through them actually. But I've got 2 of these left, have I? Is that 2? I think that's 2. So I'm just going to use them. And this one goes in that way. So I need something up there. And I'm not going to put all of that on. It's too much for me. Too much for such a little postcard. So I'm just going to cut those apart and make them do double duty. Why not? I'm just going to cut down there. And that's going to get put on there like that. Maybe like that. Yeah, like that. That's fine. So let's get that out of there because I'm going to have to snip the bottom off. Let's glue it into place. These long thin stems. I think that's okay. So just, I think like that. I think that looks nice. Where's my towel? Ooh. Just press that down at the same time, pick up any loose glue that's around. You could stamp on here, it would look lovely with a stamp on actually. But I couldn't decide which stamp, so I'm using dies. Die cuts.
And yes, it's time for a brew, and Peg says those flowers are so pretty.
They are so pretty, aren't they? They're even prettier when you haven't had to take the time to do them yourself. So that's going to go in there. And I think with the other half that I've just cut off, I think I could put that there, don't you? I think that would look nice. So let's do that. Ooh, very sticky. Just going to move that out the way a little bit. Put that there. I think that's fine. Very, very sticky.
And Linda said she found her Edith Oldham postcard, so she might use those if they fit.
Well, you'll have to resize. It won't fit in this. That I'm pretty sure of, because they're quite large, those Edith postcards. But you know, there's nothing stopping you resizing it. It's easy enough. There we go, and that's just going to go down there. I mean, it does cover that little bit up, but I don't mind that. That's fine. And I'm going to do the same with the other one. I could use a different colour, but I've got these out now, so that's what I'm going to use. Okay, cut these in half. I'm not sure what manufacturer these are from. I suspect it's something like Tattered Lace. If Jan was on, she'd be able to tell us. She's good at things like that. Where's my pocket there? So I want this one over here. So I'm just swapping them round. That's all. So I need some glue on there. Bit too much, I think. I'll have to wipe it off, which I absolutely hate doing. But you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Let's just wipe off that excess, it's horrible. I'll put this down here. That's grand. Get a clean bit of towel. Oh, unlike my fingers, which are horrible. Cut the bottom, trim the bottom off flush with the card. There we go. Come on. And then I'm just going to stick this one over here. So like I say, a stamp would be lovely. If you are thinking of stamping, I wouldn't put your Velcro until you've stamped, because it might just make it that little bit rocky. Then you won't get a good stamp impression. So do you know, if you are stamping, do it first before you put your Velcro on. There we go. That's just going to go here. I want to miss that Velcro if I can. So that's about right there, I'd say. It's on the move. You could really go to town on this. I can think in my head loads of ways of decorating this with text stamps and all sorts of things, but I'm restraining myself, and that's what we've got for there. So let's stick those onto our page. So they're going to look like this. But what I was saying to you before about you might not want to do two is you could just do one and make that a pocket. That would be a perfectly good pocket, and you could pop something in the back there. Similarly, you could make it a belly band if you wanted to, but I think it would make a really good pocket. I kind of like the idea of having two on one page. It's making best use of all of that page, I think. So let's get it glued on. So easy, so easy. And if you don't sew, that doesn't matter, you just glue them together.
Sinead says they look so lovely against the black.
Yeah, they do, I like it against the black. Right, so I'm just going to half an inch or so up from the bottom and just kind of up to where those reinforcers are, and that fits nicely onto there if you're using the same size as I am. If not, you're going to have to work it out yourselves, guys. But it's not a difficult one to work out, and I'm sure it would work well in miniature, Judy. Let's just take that out for a second and just give this. I'll just knock that for 6. Yeah, I believe I did. Just get this stuck down.
Jan says hi.
Hi Jan, do you know whose flowers these dies are? Are they tattered lace, or might be carnation or something like that? Why is that stuck? So I've been too liberal with my glue, that's why. There we are. It's got a bit of seepage there. Wipe that off. So that's that one in place. Its little postcard in there. And then I'm just checking because it's about now I would normally discover that I've made 2 the same or something. That's kind of like one of my tricks that I would do. But so far they seem to be all right.
Nicole, or Nicola, says she's just received a Sugar Bell bottle. So I was wondering what is the cover Miss P uses.
It's a knitting, what are they called? Knitting needle thing. Goes on the end of knitting needles. But you buy them. We got ours off Amazon, didn't we?
Yeah.
On Amazon you get loads. You get absolutely loads. So when they get all gluey and manky, don't bother trying to clean them too much. Just treat yourself to a new one.
Yeah, people just pop them on the end, stop the needles sticking through the bags or whatever.
Yeah. So I'm just going to try and get that like that. I think that's okay. I think that's fine. So let's take that out of there and give that a bit of a press down. I'm going to come to you in a minute, guys, and ask if you've got any questions, so get thinking if you've got anything that you need an answer to. I'm not guaranteed to have the answer, but I will give it a try. There we are, that's that stuck down. That's them nicely. I like the addition of that little keep there, it just keeps it all down, and I think that looks pretty. I hope you agree. Like I say, go to town on decorating them if you want to. This is an ideas book, and that's just, we just want the idea, really. But I must say I was very tempted to kind of go over the top, but I didn't. Oh, we need the date as well.
Which is conveniently located within the folder.
I know, can you believe it? So we're up to January the 6th already, my goodness me. It's speeding past, isn't it?
Linda says Kerry asked for the size of the postcards. Sorry, Kerry, I must have missed that.
Okay. I shall tell you in a second. So I'm just going to ink around that because we've inked around everything else. And I'm going to stick it down there between my reinforcers with a little bit of glue. Helps if you take the top off, I think.
Jenya's laughing at the genius of you for keeping your dates within the folder.
I know, genius. Total genius. Who could have come up with such a genius plan? Oh, might have been Janya. So that's just going on there just to remind us. So then when we're looking back at it, if I want to know, if I can't remember how I made these, it's January the 6th, so I'll look at my YouTube and see which one I did on January the 6th. Then it'll tell me. So that's that. I hope you like it. It's dead easy. I'll show you the one that I did for my prototype. That one, which I did just decorated the one side of that, just the postcard. Oh, the size of the postcard. They are 4.5 by 3, a touch over 3 if that. 4.5 by 3 I would say. And this paper came from the pack that Janya sent me when she first opened her Etsy shop, and I love it, and I've saved these two, but today, yeah, I used them. I used a different postcard stamp, same die actually, just different colours. So it's up to you. You decorate them how you wish, but that's that. Let me put that away again. Such a genius idea. Keep them in there, out the way. And this one still needs its date on. So I'm guessing, yes, look at that. So I'm just going to put that date on there.
And Sinead says she managed to resize the date labels off of Kerry following Mr. F's brilliant instructions.
That is excellent. That's good. I'm really pleased that it was a useful little thing for you. It's handy to know. Handy to know how to do that. Because cropping and resizing it's well, it is. It's just a useful thing to know. There we go. Stick that on there. And that's us done. Way, come back. So there we are. That's the prototypes and what we've actually done today. Like I say, easy peasy, really easy. But aren't they useful little things? You know, you open that and you've got all this journaling here. Journal, 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 journal. And then you've got the postcard, which you could journal on, but you can certainly journal on the back and down there. You've bought yourself loads of real estate to journal on. So I like that, actually. Simple, yes, it's definitely simple, but effective. And like I say, you could use it just as a pocket, be perfect like that as a pocket. So, right. Anybody need to know anything that I could possibly answer? No? Is everybody happy? Yeah? You're happy? Magic Muppet.
I'm always happy. Ignorance is bliss.
Fair enough, as long as everybody's okay. Thank you for joining me today. Sorry it was kind of quick one, but I hope you agree with me that it's a one worth knowing. You know, just to have up your sleeve, that you can pull out when you need either a pocket, you need some extra journaling space or whatever. I mean, I guess you could do it the whole page. You know, you could make it one full page if you wanted to. You could do that. Are you pulling faces behind me?
No, I was just trying to see.
Oh. All right, guys. Well, yeah.
It's always nicer in real life sometimes than it appears on the screen.
Yeah, they look a bit dull, don't they, on the screen?
Well, I wouldn't say dull, but...
They look brighter in real life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like them. I love these cards that Janya sent. Love them. So I think that's it from me today. Is it from you as well?
I believe so.
Okay, that's us done.
I cannot think of anything. Let me see. Have a quick look. Janya loves the page. Nicola says thank you, Miss P and Mr F. Thank you for day. Janya says I'll send some more, Miss P.
Oh.
Kerry Bett says thank you so much for a fabulous idea. Peg, thank you so much.
Well, thank you guys.
Kim, awesome. But nobody's got any questions. That's good.
There you go. Everybody must be happy. So everybody can understand how to make them, not that they are difficult. But I think you'll be pleased how quickly they come together and how effective they are as a little bit of something to add to your journal. So I shall see you tomorrow when it will be the 7th of January. Blimey.
Heather says thank you both. You're welcome, Heather.
You're welcome, Heather.
Kim, awesome. Susie, thanks. And Tammy, I'm loving these lives. I love seeing everyone.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? It's just like the whole family got together, except we like each other, as opposed to family gatherings that can sometimes be a little difficult.
Stop clock watching.
Yeah, how soon can I get out of here? I know, it's awful. But anyway, thank you so much for joining me, everybody, for joining us, should I say. I'm glad you found Mr. F's little video useful yesterday.
You shall be doing another one shortly about adding text to those digitals.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough.
Just a short one again, nothing too complicated.
In and out.
Because it wouldn't be me if it was complicated. Easy all the way.
Okay then, guys. Thanks so much. I'll see you tomorrow. We'll both see you tomorrow, hopefully. Look after yourselves and remember to be kind. Bye for now. Bye.
Bye.